A man went to sleep one night just like he always did. No warning, no pain he remembered, and he never woke up. What shocked his family wasn't just what happened, but how it happened, because it wasn't a rare disease or sudden accident. It was something he had been doing almost every night, thinking it was completely harmless. And this isn't as rare as people believe. Studies show that a large number of heart attacks and strokes occur during sleep, especially in adults over 50. In fact, your body is at one of its most vulnerable states at night. Your heart slows down, your blood pressure drops. But when certain habits interfere with this process, that protection turns into risk. Tonight, you'll discover the habits that can quietly trigger serious events and what you can change starting today. Because sometimes the most dangerous things are the ones you do every night without thinking. Deadly habit 5, late heavy dinner. Let's start with something most people do without a second thought. Dinner. Not just what you eat, but when you eat it. After 50, your body doesn't process late meals the same way it used to, and eating a heavy dinner late at night can quietly put your heart under stress. Here's what happens inside your body. When you eat a large meal, especially after 8 or 9 p.m., your digestive system becomes highly active. Your stomach and intestines demand more blood flow, and your heart has to work harder to supply it. At the exact time your body is supposed to be slowing down, your system is speeding up. Instead of your blood pressure dropping naturally at night, it stays elevated. And that's a problem, because nighttime is meant for recovery, not extra workload. Research published in major cardiovascular studies has shown that people who regularly eat late meals have a higher risk of nighttime heart events. Some findings suggest a noticeable increase in risk compared to those who eat earlier. But that's not the only issue. Late meals can also increase levels of triglycerides in your blood, a type of fat linked to arterial damage. Over time, this contributes to inflammation inside your blood vessels. And inflammation is one of the key drivers behind heart attacks and strokes. There's also something many people overlook: acid reflux. Going to bed with a full stomach increases the chance of stomach acid moving upward. And this doesn't just cause discomfort, it can stimulate nerves that affect your heart rhythm, especially during sleep. And for older adults, that combination can become dangerous. The real issue isn't one late meal. It's the pattern, a habit repeated every night. But food isn't the only thing putting pressure on your heart at night, because the next habit affects something even more critical: your blood pressure itself. Deadly. Habit 4, skipping or mistiming medications. Now here's something many people underestimate: medication timing. If you take medicine for blood pressure, heart health, or cholesterol, when you take it matters just as much as taking it. Your body follows a daily rhythm. During sleep, your blood pressure is supposed to go down. This helps your heart rest and recover. But for many people after 50, that doesn't happen. In some cases, blood pressure stays high, or even goes higher at night. This is called nighttime high blood pressure. And the dangerous part is, you don't feel it. No pain, no warning. But inside your body, your blood vessels are under stress. Studies have shown that taking medication at the correct time can lower the risk of heart attacks and strokes by up to 40% or more. But when doses are skipped or taken at the wrong time, that protection is lost. And here's what can happen. Sudden spikes in blood pressure during sleep can damage blood vessels, break down fatty plaques, or create blood clots. These are the exact things that lead to heart attacks and strokes. And they often happen without warning. Many people make simple mistakes, forgetting doses, taking medicine at random times. It may not seem serious, but over time, it adds up. Because your body needs consistency, not guesswork. And if this sounds concerning, the next habit is even more dangerous, because many people don't even realize they have it. Deadly habit 3, undiagnosed sleep apnea. Now we come to one of the most dangerous habits, because many people don't even know they have it: sleep apnea. This is a condition where your breathing repeatedly stops and starts while you sleep, sometimes for 10, 20, even 30 seconds at a time. And each time that happens, your body goes into emergency mode. Your oxygen levels drop, your heart rate suddenly increases, your blood pressure spikes, and stress hormones flood your system. Now imagine this happening not once, but dozens or even hundreds of times every night. Research has shown that untreated sleep apnea can triple the risk of heart attacks and increase stroke risk by up to 3 to 4 times. That's not a small effect, that's a major risk. But here's what makes this so dangerous. Most people don't notice it, because it happens while you're asleep. Common signs include loud snoring, waking up gasping for air, morning headaches, feeling tired even after a full night's sleep. But many people ignore these signs. They think snoring is normal, or they blame fatigue on age. And that's where the danger builds. Because every night your heart is being pushed harder than it should be. Your body never fully rests. And over time, that constant stress can damage your cardiovascular system. Some real-life cases show people discovering sleep apnea only after a serious event, a heart issue, a sudden collapse. And by then, the damage has already started. The good news? It can be diagnosed and treated, but it starts with awareness. But even if your breathing is normal, there's another habit that quietly increases your risk, and most people do it on purpose, thinking it's safer. Deadly habit 2, going to bed dehydrated. Now here's something that sounds harmless, even responsible. Not drinking water at night. Many people avoid water before bed to prevent waking up, and it feels like a smart decision. But after 50, this can become a serious risk, because your body continues to lose fluids while you sleep, through breathing, through light sweating, and if you go to bed already dehydrated, your body starts the night at a disadvantage. Here's what happens inside your body. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, and thicker blood flows more slowly. That may not sound serious, but it changes how your circulation works. Slower blood flow increases the chance of clot formation, and clots are one of the leading causes of strokes and heart attacks. Now combine that with what happens during sleep. Your heart rate slows down, your blood pressure drops, and circulation becomes more dependent on smooth blood flow. If your blood is thick at that moment, your heart has to work harder to push it through your system, and in some cases, it doesn't work as efficiently as it should. Studies have shown that even moderate dehydration can increase cardiovascular risk. Some research suggests the risk of nighttime events can rise by over 50–60% in dehydrated individuals. And here's the key point. You don't feel dehydration the same way as you age. Thirst signals become weaker. So many people don't even realize they're low on fluids. And for many, this becomes a nightly habit, avoiding water completely, which slowly increases risk over time. The fix is simple, but the impact is powerful. And just when you think you've covered everything, the next habit is something almost no one considers, yet it affects your heart every single night. Deadly habit 1, wrong room temperature. Now we come to one of the most overlooked habits, your bedroom temperature. It may seem like a comfort choice, but for your heart, it's much more than that. Because while you sleep, your body works hard to regulate temperature, and when the environment is too extreme, your heart has to compensate. Let's start with heat. If your room is too warm, your body struggles to release excess heat. Your blood vessels expand, your heart rate increases, and you lose fluids through sweating. All of this puts extra stress on your cardiovascular system. Studies have shown that sleeping in warmer environments, above comfortable ranges, can increase nighttime heart strain and disrupt normal recovery. Now let's look at the opposite. Cold temperatures. When your room is too cold, your blood vessels tighten. This increases resistance in your circulatory system, which means your heart has to push harder to move blood. For older adults, especially those with stiff arteries, this added pressure can become dangerous. Research has shown that extreme cold is linked to higher rates of nighttime heart attacks and strokes, especially during colder seasons. So both extremes create the same problem. Your heart is forced to work when it should be resting. Now here's the key. There's a safe range. Most research suggests that a bedroom temperature around 18–22 degrees C, 64–72 degrees F, supports stable heart function and deeper sleep. At this range, your heart rate stays steady, your blood pressure remains controlled, and your body enters proper recovery mode. And here's what most people don't realize. Temperature doesn't just affect comfort, it affects your entire cardiovascular system, every single night. But now that you've seen the risks, there's something even more important. Understanding why night is the most dangerous time. Now here's something most people don't realize. Nighttime is not just rest. It's a critical phase for your body. During sleep, your heart rate slows down, your blood pressure drops, and your body shifts into repair mode. This is how your system recovers from the day. But this also creates vulnerability, because your body is operating at a lower level of activity. And if something goes wrong, your system has less ability to respond quickly. That's why studies have found that a large number of serious cardiovascular events happen during sleep, especially between midnight and early morning hours, when your body is at its lowest activity point. So when harmful habits interfere with this process, the risk increases significantly, because your body isn't prepared to handle the extra stress. So the real question is, How do you protect your body during this critical time? The protective night routine. Now here's the most important part, what you can do starting tonight. Because avoiding risk is one thing, but building protection is what truly makes the difference. Let's keep this simple and practical. Start with your evening meal. Try to eat dinner at least 2-3 hours before sleep. Keep it lighter. Focus on foods that are easier to digest. This allows your body to slow down naturally instead of staying active through the night. Next, hydration. Don't go to bed dehydrated. Have a glass of water about 1-2 hours before sleep. Then use the bathroom before lying down. This helps your body stay balanced without disturbing your sleep. Now let's talk about activity. After dinner, avoid intense mental or emotional stress. Instead, choose calm activities, a short walk, reading, quiet time. This helps your nervous system shift into a relaxed state. Then comes your sleep environment. Set your room temperature to a comfortable range, around 18-22 degrees C. Make sure your space is quiet and dim. Your body responds strongly to these signals. Now, one more important detail, your sleep position. If you snore or feel short of breath at night, try sleeping on your side instead of your back. This can reduce breathing interruptions. And finally, how you move during the night. If you wake up, don't jump out of bed quickly. Sit for a moment. Let your body adjust. Because sudden movements can affect blood pressure. These small steps may seem simple, but together, they can significantly reduce stress on your heart. Some studies suggest that consistent nighttime routines can improve cardiovascular stability by over 30-40%. And the best part, you can start tonight. But when you step back and look at everything together, one thing becomes clear. These habits don't look dangerous. That's what makes them so powerful. They're part of everyday life. Eating late, skipping water, ignoring small signs. Nothing feels urgent. But over time, they build. And when combined, they create a level of stress your body can't always handle, especially during sleep. The truth is simple. Many nighttime heart attacks and strokes are not random. They're the result of patterns, repeated over months or years. And the good news is, patterns can be changed. You don't need extreme steps. You don't need complicated routines, just awareness and small adjustments. Because your body is already doing everything it can to protect you. The question is, are your habits supporting it or working against it? So here's a simple question to think about. Which one of these habits will you change starting tonight? We're building a community here to support your strong, healthy comeback. If this helped you, I'd truly appreciate a like, and if you subscribe, also share it with someone you love. And join me in the next video for another simple step toward better health.